Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is what is blocking your love life. What is blocking you from finding the love you desire for Libra? I hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome back to my channel. For all my subscribers, a big welcome to all the new viewers, all the regular viewers. Hope you guys are doing good. January's almost over. Let's see what's blocking you guys. What is blocking Libra from finding the love they desire? What is blocking Libra from finding love? Clear messages for Libra, please. What is blocking Libra from finding love? What do they need to know? Take this as it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, just leave it behind, okay? Everybody will be on a different path with this, so it's not like everyone's going to be at the same stages. If you do have blockages and you're trying to clear them, you're making adjustments. Okay, Libra, what is blocking you from finding love? Libra, just breathe. Yeah, some of you may need to just sort of breathe, relax, and chill out about it a little bit. Some of you, I see you are a little bit stuck, so just breathe and relax. Don't get too uptight. Yeah, some of you are going through a healing. I feel you will heal this. Some of you might even be doing like meditation, breathing exercises, things like that to get yourself centered already. So lovely. Lead. Yes. Some of you are learning, all right, about this, and some of you are on that path. Very nice. Hierophant type energy. Some of you are leaders. You're doing well. But I feel like, yes, there's some things you need to learn. There's some things you're just not seeing. So that's your blockage. Yes, rebuild and teach. So yes, I feel like you got two cards about learning. Some of you may be learning about spirituality, how to breathe. You're sort of rebuilding yourself, building yourself up. There may have been a tower that came down at some point and you are kind of starting from scratch. Some of you are refusing to see something, okay, about what's blocking you. So we'll dig into that for sure. You are going to heal this. I can see it. You are going to break free of these change. So just breathe and relax. Let it go, whatever it is. Definitely learning about meditation, learning about spirituality. You're digging deep into your core and you're rebuilding yourself. So it's really nice because I feel like something has broke down here at some point. All right, or you've freed yourself from the change and you're starting from scratch. But there is something, just a little something here that looks like you're refusing to see. You're afraid to look at. Okay, so tell me about Just Breathe. What is going on with Just Breathe? What is going on? Oh yeah, some of you are afraid. Some of you have fear of love. You're afraid to step through that door. Okay, some of you have had your heart broken, so you're afraid to take that plunge and take a risk. Now, this is a fear of what to expect if you start something new. So you're keeping yourself a little stuck, but you are going to heal. So that's the good thing. You may be going through that process. Like I said, you'll all be at different stages. Okay, you need to allow yourself to heal as well. You may need to take a look at, because this is also kind of stuck. Some of you might be kind of wanting everything your way. Maybe you're wanting to take the lead, wanted to be in control, wanting to be the boss. But I feel like you'll learn about this with the teach underneath. I think you're going to learn about yourself through spirituality, or some of you might even be just going to school, clearing your energy, building yourself up. It could be to do with finances, career, or anything like that as well. So very nice. Some of you are working on an education, learning something new, learning new ways to have relationships through whatever this fear is. I feel like some of you definitely got your hearts broken. So, but you will release yourselves, all right? I really feel that here. You're kind of going right, your heart's been broken here. So there's something that you need to center, most definitely. Tell me about heal. What is Libra healing from that's keeping them? Ten of Chalices. So yes, you're learning to just be happy too, probably just with yourself and by yourself for a while. You're learning to put all your cups on the table, possibly be more emotionally available. Okay, but I see, yeah, you are going to find that happiness. Some of you are taking control of that, right? Trying to just make yourself happy, taking care of you and doing you is what I feel. And that's where you're going to get, because you are a little bit afraid. Your heart's blocked. Okay, you need to breathe a sigh of relief that this is going to be all right. So yeah, you're learning to love yourself first. You're learning to be emotionally available. And that's not easy for a lot of air sign people, especially Libras. I feel like a lot of air signs definitely kind of keep their emotions in, especially if they don't have enough water in their chart to balance. So it's something that you learn as you get older, going through your experiences in love. So it's all good. Lead. Yeah, some of you definitely like to be in control. You kind of like to be the boss. So you're learning something about that. Okay, learning probably about balance. Why is lead here for Libra? Why is lead here for Libra? Page of Chalices. Yes, you're learning to not be so controlling, be a little softer, a little bit gentler, maybe in the way you talk, the way you approach people. You might come off as a bit controlling, domineering, kind of wanting to be, it's sort of an emperor energy, okay? I do feel with the Page of Cups, you're going to learn to be more gentle, speak softly. I feel like you are also going to learn to apologize. Some of you probably have a hard time apologizing. Some of you have a hard time offering up a cup, offering up, asking people out, talking to them in a gentle way and starting small. So I feel like you're going to take baby steps here, and you're definitely going to become a leader in that way. So you are taking these steps. You're learning about being emotional, about being available, but you need to make yourself happy first. And I really feel some success here, but there is something here you are refusing to see. So what is Libra refusing to see here? What is Libra refusing to see when it comes to blockages in their love life? What are they refusing to see about what's blocking them? Oops, lots of cards wanted to come out there, but I don't know which ones. So Libra refusing to see what's blocking them in their love life. There you go. That one came out. Yeah, so some of you are refusing to see something to do with the Three of Cups, refusing to see, we got threes and threes, maybe having third-party situations, maybe too much gossip, maybe talking too much about, maybe when you meet somebody you talk too much, but I kind of feel like you're refusing to see that maybe you need to go out more, offer up that cup more, be friendly, share your emotions, get out more with your friends and family. I feel like this can go two ways because we have this negative energy on top. So there's something that you don't want to see. So if you gossip a lot or things like that, you might want to tone that down a little. I mostly feel like some of you just really refuse to see you need to get out there and be more emotional. You need to share your feelings, let people know that you want love too. Some of you are really control those emotions. You don't really like to extend that cup. You kind of want people to come to you. So this is telling you you need to actually put it out there and share your feelings and let people know. Yeah, we'll come back to that. We'll see what's here. But yeah, you're definitely rebuilding. There's something here that has been kind of an epiphany. So I think this will come down. You will get this. You will realize that you need to just be more emotional, more outgoing with your emotions and with offers, and definitely getting out there. Definitely getting out there. Rebuild. Why is rebuild here for Libra? What is it they're rebuilding? What is this? Oops, that one came underneath. You're rebuilding something that goes back from your past, from your childhood. There's something that you're having an epiphany about that maybe you were taught as a child not to be overly emotional, not to share your feelings, not to put it out there. But you are going to start, I feel, from the bottom and work your way up. So really, really nice. This is good because if you were raised, not to be overly emotional right from childhood, not to really put it out there like that, or maybe even to some, especially women are taught not to offer up love, not to ask people out on dates, share their emotions with a lot of people. You may actually dig deep in that and try to understand why, because it could be a generational thing that you were taught from your family just as you grew up. So this is something that you're going to look at very deeply, and you're going to start from the bottom and work your way back up top. So really nice. Yes, Nine of Pentacles. Yes, a single person, especially women, in some generations, sometimes parents, mothers will teach their daughters not to ask men out. Men have to ask. So you're going to be learning about that, about reaching out and letting people know that you're available, being emotionally available as well when you make these offers. So this is really good. Some of you have been taught to hold yourself in high regard and to not to be the one to make offers. So this is something you've been very much in control of, but you're going to learn to do that, to take the lead and put that cup out there. You have a lot of abundance. You have lots going for you. You've been taught to love yourself first and not do that. So a little bit of a blockage there. I mean, there's nothing wrong with waiting for, if you're a woman, for a man to make you an offer, but sometimes you don't have to make offers, but it's letting people know you're available when they do make you an offer, when they extend that cup. Being friendlier, being livelier, okay, that kind of thing when you're out in public. Just really being a little bit more open, being more, making yourself look more available so you don't look single, so you don't act single, all right, with that aura, that vibe that you may have. So you're definitely looking into that, and you are going to deal with it. You're learning a lot about it, probably through spirituality. Some of you are just teaching yourself. You're learning. You may be reading about it, and if you're not, and this is your problem, there are probably a lot of videos, self-help, or just stuff to read on the internet that may motivate you to feel a bit more confident about that. If it's really ingrained in you from a child, right? Some people keep their feelings to themselves. They hold their feelings close. They don't put it out there, and they learn that, through their upbringing. And sometimes it's just society as well, learning it through society that it's not appropriate if you're a woman to do that. And sometimes for men, being taught not to be overly emotional through how you were raised. Okay, so you're going to be learning about that. Some of you are really learning. You're taking those steps. You're taking control of this situation. Some of you too, especially some of the men, I'm not going to just say it's all men, but are taught from childhood to to be more controlling, to be the dominant person. Okay, that's what men do. So I feel like there's some learning to do with that. And some women too are also taught in their upbringing to be, it all depends on your heritage, your traditions, your beliefs, and religion, and everything has to do with that. So that could be something as well that's keeping you blocked. So there is some things you're going to learn. Tell me about teach. Why is teach here for Libra, and why they're blocked? There we go. Yeah, so some of you are kind of trapped in this. You're trapped in your head. You're thinking a lot. And some of you are thinking a lot about this. Okay, some of you are trapped in tradition, trapped in... some of you too, I feel, especially people who've been single a long time, are afraid to be trapped in a relationship. All right, something traditional. They don't really want something traditional. You want really to be just out there and have more people. For some of you, this is not all of you. So there's a lot of thinking over and over here. This is going to be a lot of mental work, a lot of learning, and it may make you feel a bit restricted. But I feel, and I do think a lot of people, especially women, become very restricted about offering men a date, going, hey, do you want to hook up for coffee? Okay, and this obviously isn't everybody, but there is a lot of people who are like that, especially if you're a little older and that's the way things were when you were young and your parents were raising you. A woman never asks a man out. You wait for them to come to you. I also feel like some of you when you do go out and you're refusing to see that you're surrounded by people all the time, you don't separate yourself enough so people can approach you, because a lot of people actually are a little shy, a little nervous about coming up in front of all your friends, your family, whoever's around you, and offering you a date, or expressing themselves, because they don't want the gossip. They want it to be a private thing. At least until they know if you're going to accept and how things go. They don't want all the talk, especially if you travel in a circle where there's a lot of people and everyone's gossiping. And so, and watch that as well. Some people are definitely refusing to see. Some people, it is third parties. Some people like to date a lot of people, be with a lot of people, have options. Okay, they really like to put themselves out there that way. But it could be blocking you and keeping you single. Okay, this is something you may have learned also from your childhood, but maybe have taken too much control of it, being too domineering about it, not wanting, but I do feel here some of you are definitely learning about doing it, but some of you are trapped in tradition, trapped in this, and there is going to be a lot of thinking to do with this. It's going to be a lot of food for thought with the 8 of Swords. So some people definitely like to put that cup out there to lots of people. They're terrified of being trapped in a relationship, in a commitment, anything traditional whatsoever, because they have a totally opposite feeling about it. But it's really all about loving yourself first and respecting yourself, being emotionally available, making yourself happy, which is fine. You're allowed to, but not if you're breaking hearts. So that could be blocking you, because if you want lots of people and you want to date lots, you have to be very considerate of the other person, okay? Because I see a single person here that has a lot of abundance, has a lot to offer, but kind of just wants to stay single and was maybe taught that. And I see this kind of for men too, just stay single as long as you can, date lots of people. But if you don't go about it the right way and you offer up a cup to too many people in the same group, there's a lot of gossip. So that could be stopping you from moving past this and learning how to appreciate time spent with just one person, okay, one other single person. So some of you just you want love. You need that in your life, because you need that. I can see that you actually need emotional fulfillment, but you're blocking yourself by trying hard to stay single and date lots of people, because you're terrified of being hurt, especially if you've been married once and you're become single and you're trying to learn how to make yourself happy and heal from it. You don't want to get in another relationship and get trapped in that tradition, or this is religion, the whole bit. It's everything. Whatever it is that pertains to you that has to do with like a Hierophant type energy, to do with learning, to do with structure. So yeah, some of you are focusing on this a lot. You're trying to figure this out. I do feel you're trying to learn new ways to make offers, but you have to go about it the right way. And some of you will learn that. It's just going to really be a lot of mental work. There is a fear here of being trapped in relationship, but if you date too many people and there's gossip, you may not notice that. I don't, this refusing to see, it's just a keyword, but I feel like some of you don't kind of get it, or maybe you're not noticing. I also feel that when you're out in a group of people and you're socializing, you may actually be so busy socializing and talking to people, you don't realize that other people are trying to come up and make you offers. You're not noticing it, okay? Because you're kind of up in your head a little. I mean, you're having a good time. That's nice, but you're not seeing what's going on around you. You're in this group. So it is good to separate from a group when you're out. If you're looking for love and there's people that want to approach, you really need to separate. If you're at a pub or a bar or a lounge or wherever it is that you go to socialize, it doesn't matter. It could be in a school cafeteria. Separate from your friends a little bit here and there so that people can approach. Because if you are out to meet people, very difficult for people to come up and talk because of gossip and because of, that sort of thing. A lot of people just don't want that. But I feel like a lot of you are trying to rebuild this. Some of you are rebuilding your heart after being hurt. So you are having a hard time getting yourself out there. But some of you are refusing to see. You really need to get out there and let people know that you're available so that people will approach you. All right. So all of the above for some of you. Some of you, this will be just a few things. But it's definitely about being emotionally available and making the decision too, paying attention to all the details and thinking about why it is you're afraid to be trapped in one commitment with somebody too. Because if you want love, you have to, people don't want to give love to somebody who is with other people. They want to make sure it's a one-on-one. That's what love's all about, two people. All right, that special kind of love. So there is a fear here of being trapped in a relationship, and you are going to learn about this. It's probably not going to be an easy thing, but if you really take the time and focus on it, and take the time to go about it right and go slow, to do everything just right, you might be able to work your way through this. Because I feel a little bit of hesitance, a little bit of shyness, to do with that, really trying to be in control as well. Okay, some of you are so in control of your emotions that they're almost blocked, and it's telling you really need to take those little baby steps to extend that. And definitely smile more when you're out. Let people know that you're happy and you're available. But there is a pain that's blocking you, but you will come out of this. So just breathe, maybe some meditation, breathing exercises, that kind of thing. Just relax. It's not every person that's out there is looking for a third party. Just go through it slowly, pay attention to the details, who they are, and take your time. All right. This is for people who want that love, but are really having a hard time coming out of certain aspects that have been holding them back. There's quite a few little things that are blocking people. Some of you, it'll be one little thing. You're probably already, and more than likely, all of you are going to recognize something here, and you will be able to work through it. So, all right, I'm just going to grab a few more cards, and I'm going to just dig into these just a little bit more. Tell me about this Three of Swords. Tell me about the Three of Swords. How to get this unblocked for Libra. How to get this unblocked. How to unblock this energy with the Three of Swords, this hurt. There it is. Get your balance back. You actually have to make the decision. So get your balance back, all right? Some of you have to make this decision to heal this, to just breathe, to let it go. Okay, there is a decision that you will make to become more emotionally available and be ready, but you have to get your balance back and make yourself happy first. That's a big part of releasing this chains that hold you, right? But it is a process, but you are going to beat this part. You are going to have highest emotional fulfillment. You're going to get that at some point here. So just learning to be happy. Yeah. So some of you have had a tough time in love, and you need to just learn to be happy again. Maybe even by yourself for a little bit till you work through this and, get out of this trapped feeling where you're trapped in this energy. It's just learning. It's learning about yourself and digging a little bit deep. All right. Chipping away at those little things, baby steps at a time. Tell me about this Page of Chalices. Yeah. Some of you really are ready. Some of you really just need some nurturing. To wake that up, okay? Just need like some cuddling and some hugs and somebody to share their feelings with you, and you can share them in return, okay? Because some of you have had a really tough time, so you're quite blocked and quite trapped in that energy. Page of Chalices. What's going on here with this Page of Chalices? There we go. Yeah, so this is the thing, being a little bit critical. Try to be more emotional, less critical. Okay, be your true self. Always speak your truth, but be gentle. That could be something that's blocking some of you. Just make yourself clear too when you are speaking and sharing your feelings. Be very clear. Always speak the truth. Okay, but being less critical and a little bit more gentle when you speak, when you're talking to people, because it's not that you are always critical, it's the way, and not just air signs or Libras have trouble with it. Lots of people do. They just, sort of just say it, right? So try to be a little less sharp, a little less harsh with people who offer you a cup that you're not interested. Always be kind and always be gentle, because people talk, they gossip, and it gets around. So if you travel in a certain circle or go to certain places, that could be a little bit of issue. You may be refusing to see that, or you just haven't noticed it, okay? But it, for some of you, it is possibly happening. So be a little more gentle to people who are offering you that cup that are shy, okay? Try not to be, and try not to be the one in control. Like, soon as somebody talks to you, don't try to take control and communicate that you're not interested, or in any kind of taking control with your words, okay? Just be very clear, be true to yourself, be honest. If you're not interested, be kind and be honest, be gentle. So that's another one. So tell me about the Three of Cups. Tell me about this Three of Cups. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so trust your intuition here. Use your wisdom. There's people here who watch, people keeping secrets, okay? If you're dating lots of people, keep it to yourself. Don't gossip. Don't tell people everything that, everyone you're dating. Don't go out and tell people, oh, this person, because people will turn around and gossip about it in return, okay? So keep things to yourself. Trust your intuition. Always knowing that people just are like that, period. They just talk too much. Okay, so a little caution there. Trust your guts too as well when you're out, about the people you do offer your cup to. Okay, if you have a few too many drinks, try to keep that in check as well when you're out. All right. Tell me about this. Tell me about the childhood, the past. Tell me about this Six of Chalices. Why is this here? Yes, stability. So you were taught to, some of you were taught to get your finances in order first before you, and stay single and keep everything to yourself right from childhood. Okay, you were taught that, but you're rebuilding. Some of you were taught to build all that up first before you looked for love. And this may pertain to women and men in this generation, but for older people, it's men who were always taught to make sure they had the house, the money, the bank account, to stay single, keep all their abundance around them until they were ready. Some of you do need to build up your finances. You do need to become more financially stable, okay? So I do feel like mostly this is about your past, your childhood, about rebuilding and building. You were taught that, to do that, okay? But I mean, if many years go by and you don't have the best success, but I do feel like, I feel an energy overall where most people are fairly stable and just staying single. And I do feel some people were taught by their parents to stay as single as long as possible, keep all their abundance and their money to themselves. And this is something that gets ingrained in people. Somebody puts that in their head. And you may have learned that through growing up, talking to other people, friends. Maybe you have too many friends who are putting that stuff in your head. And I actually, it's funny, I have a guy friend. He's been single, literally. He's had so many women and he blows it every time. And he's a lovely, generous man. But he spends too much time when he is single with all his guy buddies in the neighborhood who are married, coming over and whining about their wives. So he takes that energy on. And I've told him about this because I've seen it. And I've known this person for like 35 years. And I said, you need to stop listening to these people. These guys come over to have a beer and all they do is complain about their wives. Oh, I didn't want to mow the lawn and she got mad at me. And it's just ridiculous. So he's been listening to this for 30 years. And he's one of these people who's kind of a sponge, even when he was young. So as soon as he hooks up with a lovely woman and they want something from him, he just freaks out and he breaks up with them, and he's lost some very nice women. So remember that energy as well. It's not listening to everything everybody else says. Listen to yourself. Don't let other people tell you that, oh, if you get married, you're going to lose everything, because especially men, they really freak out about that. And it's just not so, right? It just isn't. So, and I know there's going to be comments where guys go, oh, they took me to the cleaners. But, that's what this gossip and talk is about. And sometimes there's extenuating circumstances, yes. But in today's society, People are so afraid of being used financially that they literally block love. They just stay single to keep everything around them, but they're miserable, just miserable and lonely. And this is somebody who's got everything they need, but they don't have love, but they need it. They want this. They want to be emotionally fulfilled. They're lonely. They're needing some love and nurturing. But if you take your cups all over and you just keep dating a lot of people hoping to find it, you're not going to get it. Okay, you're just not. You're getting trapped in situations that are causing you more harm than good, more than likely. Okay, so just a food for thought, because I did have a friend and he still is in that situation, and it breaks my heart because he's so lovely. He's got lots to give, and he's had some lovely women who are just as financially stable as he is. And you know, you just got to go through the process and pick the right person, not rushing into it. You know, pay attention to all the details of them before you commit, before you move in, you know, that sort of thing. So that's the energy that I got. So here you are. Yeah. So look at this. So here you are. You're going to start thinking. You're going to start learning about all this. Some of you are going through this. You're thinking very clearly. Some of you are going to become emotionally available. You are going to learn to offer that cup and let that cup come towards you as well. Some of you need to stop thinking with your head and think with your heart a little bit, and stop over processing all these stress and worries. Oh, I'm going to get trapped and marriage is going to be horrible. But you know, yes, relationships are a lot of work, but if you pay attention to the little things and the details and actually do them, because if you want this, it is going to be work. It is going to be, yes, you got to mow the lawn, or yes, you got to do some cooking, and yes, you got to be patient with your partner and communicate and be emotional and cuddle them even when you want to just watch television or go with your girlfriends or your guy friends. It is part of it, but it's learning to find a partner who is similar to you. So if you're not somebody who likes someone needy or clingy, then don't pick somebody that is. Take the time to get to know them. And that's what I feel is going to happen. You're going to learn to be more emotionally available and think with your heart more than your head, and find a balance. Find that balance, okay? So really, actually really lovely energy on your blockages. A lot of information, because a lot of the other signs I did, there was just a real mishmash of still that X energy. And I feel with you guys, it's like you're starting to understand certain things, taking your time, especially as you get older, to figure things out first before you commit, before you rush into it, to take a little bit of time. And of course, yes, there's a lot of people who like to go faster. Some people like to go slow. Find a balance and spend more time together in shorter periods of time. Don't just see each other once a week for 2 years and expect, you know, it's not going to work. You've got to find a balance. If you've got a person who really just wants to hurry up and settle down, they want that emotional fulfillment, they want to be with someone and live with them, they want to be able to nurture someone on a daily basis, you're going to have to find a happy medium. It's learning and teaching from each other and finding what makes you happy and what doesn't, and finding the right person. Don't pick somebody needy if you're not one of those people. Don't go for it, no matter how attractive they are, no matter how much money they have or anything. You got to pick. If you pick the right person, chances are, and you get married, chances are your relationship is going to last, okay? Picking somebody who is balanced as well. So this is what I'm seeing. So I really like this. Some of you are looking at those details. You're working through this process, and you are going to figure this out. You're going to get it. And once you do, you're going to become unblocked. Just heal yourself from the pain and broken heart that you've had. And get that balance back. Make the decision to love yourself first. Make the decision to share your emotions and let people know you're available. But be careful, all right? Trust your gut about talking about anybody or listening to people telling you how horrible it is. You got to, you know, don't refuse to see that part of socializing, listening to people complain about their horrible experiences. Yeah, a lot of people do go through terrible experience, but this is why you want to pay attention to the details and take the time to get to know somebody. So, yeah, so here we go. One more card here. I'm just going to pull out Oops, where did they go? My other deck. I want to just go on this Nine of Pentacles. What's going on with this Nine of Pentacles? For what is blocking Libra? Ah, yes, see? Some of you are single. You are trying to keep your abundance around you. Some of you may be being a little harsh, a little sharp, but it's also knowing when to cut out a situation, all right? Becoming clear about who you want and who you don't want, but being gentle. Like, really watch that. Being gentle with people regardless. Some of you are far too critical about the people you're dating. You might be just really way too picky, okay, about somebody having abundance, having money, having everything. So and you can take all the time you want. It's your prerogative to do that. But if years and years go by and you can't find anybody, you might want to reconsider. Some of you too may be need to put more work into your own finances and your own abundance, okay? So I do feel like some of you are going to learn. You are going to get some clarity from this. And I do feel that you are going to be careful what you say and what you listen to make sure the information you're getting is clear, so you don't end up cutting out really good people, okay? So trust your gut, trust your intuition about that. And also don't be afraid to ask a lot of questions. Like, ask somebody, are you into a relationship? Don't date somebody who just wants to be single. If they actually tell you they just want to be single, they don't ever, they just want to date and date a bunch of people and they aren't into marriage, then don't date them. Remove that person. Cut them out. Be done. But be kind. Be gentle. Just walk away. Okay? So don't be too harsh with people. Otherwise you will end up single. Okay? Very interesting. So tell me one more on the Queen of Swords. What is blocking Libra from finding the love they desire? What is blocking them? That one wanted to come out. Yeah, so you need to take a leap of faith. Some of you just need to take that leap of faith. Some of you need to learn to cut people out if they're dating lots of people. Trust your gut. If they're, never available to you, if they talk about you too when you're dating them, they gossip with their friends about you, that kind of energy, go off on a new path. Cut them out and go on a new path. Don't waste time with them, okay? Don't waste time on people. Don't think you can fix them or turn them into loving you because you're so wonderful and you have lots of abundance. Some people just they're not worth the time because they don't want what you want. And some of them, yeah, they are like that. They just do third parties. They don't care. They keep it secret. So watch out. Make sure you ask the questions and be discerning. If you don't get the answers and there's too many secrets, cut them out and walk away. Anyone who doesn't disclose things to you, walk away from them right away. Don't waste a moment. People that hide things are not people who that don't disclose. When you meet somebody, they should be completely open. If they really are looking for love, they will be open. You got to give them a little bit of a chance, like to open up. Not everybody's going to pour their heart out and tell you everything about their emotions and feelings and what they want. In fact, if they go too crazy too quick, that's going to freak you out. You're looking for somebody really needy there, and that may not work for Libra. So, like, again, finding that balance. But definitely people are going to be, that are looking for love, are generally going to be they're going to disclose a little more. So give them a few dates, see what happens, ask them some questions, be discerning. If you don't hear, if they are too secretive and they won't tell you, or they never invite you out, or never, 4 or 5 dates later, if they won't bring you out in public, or just things like that, don't bother with them. Okay? It's telling you, just take a leap of faith and go on a new path. Okay? Don't take leaps of faith for people who aren't disclosing anything. So very nice. All right, Libra, there's your reading. Pretty simple, but a lot of info came out of this for you guys. I hope it helps. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Yeah, keep your emotions under control. It's time for some of you to use all the power you have to keep your emotions in check, as well as being emotionally available. It's about balancing it. Getting there are 2 cats in this, usually it's horses, getting them going in the same direction. But yes, if somebody doesn't give you what you want, or they're not the kind of person, through being discerning, without being too sharp, jump in that car and leave. All right, go off in another direction, full speed ahead. I do feel like a lot of you are going to conquer this. There are a few of you who are going to struggle about being emotionally available unless, you know, using your head more than your heart kind of energy. So it's all pretty good. All right, and I wish you guys the best. Don't forget to check out who your mystery lover may be coming towards you this year. You can apply these two readings together and you may actually find that person. Take care. Bye for now, everyone.